Senator Joe Nicola here for my weekly update for April 13th. And I just did a press conference speaking about two of my bills, Sage's Law and Artificial Intelligence, so you can watch that video for all the details. Early this morning, Thursday, April 16th, we had the income tax bill on the Senate floor. Not much debate, and we've perfected it and we voted it out, and I stood up and I have a speech on the floor about that particular bill and the reason why I was voting no. So you can watch that video now. Thank you so much.
Myself been involved in a lot of these conversations, but I've been involved in enough. And it saddens me that we're here to perfect a piece of legislation that has the potential of changing our tax structure for the entire state. It is 15 minutes after midnight, where the people are not here. Watch, to listen, and to take part in the process. Mr. President, I don't have one constituent that is talking to me about income tax, except to please vote no on this. The beginning of session, our priority was property tax reform. 4 weeks later left, I'm still waiting. And that's what my district wants, and that's what my district needs. I wonder why we're even debating this to begin with. I certainly don't see the need for it. I've heard the arguments. I know many, and even of my party, and conservatives think consumption tax is really the way to go. I personally do not. Matter of fact, I prefer God's way. He taxes income, which is 10%. Nothing in the Bible that even intimates taxing goods and services. And we're going to spend 5 years, which I hope to be here for those 5 years, spending all kinds of time debating, yes, arguing, to try to figure out how we're going to get this to work. It's going to take a ton of legislative time. We're only here 4.5 months. I'd like to talk about cutting spending instead of income tax. That's going to be a major problem. How are we going to cut spending? There's been very little talk about that. The bills we pass keep adding more money. Again, Mr. President, it is my hope that we fulfill our caucus priority and get some property tax reform, which is desperately needed in this state, and especially in my district that was left out of the special session bill, which was the worst county in the state. It was the poster child, still is, for runaway property taxes. I talked about it all last session, talked about it, read all of those MOUs, 81 of them, on this Senate floor. Worked with the governor to get it on the special call for the special session. Filibustered. 7, 8 hours later, my county's cut out. Here we are, it's almost 12:30. It's Thursday morning, where the people can't be here, they're sleeping, to watch us debate probably the most important piece of legislation we're going to pass this year. It's appalling to me. Sad. We're going to remove some of the constitutional provisions here, limits. Ask the people to trust us to figure this out. Place taxes on things that haven't been taxed before. Actually, all the polls I've seen, I haven't seen that this poll's very high. You look at our state and compare to other states that don't have income tax, I don't see a big advantage. Our state's really doing pretty well in that respect. But when businesses move here or want to move here or bring employees here, it's not only income tax they look at. They look at the cost of living. They look at schools, property taxes, home values. Not just an income tax. Join me, Mr. President. Thank you for allowing me to take a minute. But I heard it said here by the senator that's sponsoring the bill, the state belongs to the people, but I'll say it for the third time. It's 12:30 Thursday morning when the people are asleep. They're not here to participate. Thank you, Mr. President.
Does any other senator desire to be heard?